Hello everyone, this is my second video. Make sure to go and check my first video out if you haven't yet. It's like an introductory one where you get to know me a bit. But on my way to the shops, I'm in East London right now and I'm walking to the shops, I'm walking to Tesco, and I thought it'd be really interesting to ask people on the street what they think of the second lockdown, if they think it's a good idea, bad idea, you know, what are their opinions. Obviously I'm going to be wearing a mask the whole time, so yeah, I'm going to be wearing a mask and I'm going to be keeping a 2-meter distance and obviously adhering to government guidelines, but I'm only going to be talking to people who are happy to chat, obviously, and really respect people who want to social distance and stuff, just to make sure everyone knows I'm not, you know, breaking the rules and stuff. But yeah, I'm being good, I promise. And thank you so much for agreeing to be filmed. I just want to know, what do you think of the second lockdown?
I don't know, there's some mixed opinions on it. Obviously I feel like it was well needed, but maybe a couple more weeks ago I feel like it should have been maybe gone in more intense, maybe for 2 weeks, lock down everything again. I feel like we did need it, but I feel like right now maybe it's a little bit too late. I mean, I know we received some good news today that there's a vaccine coming out, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy to follow the rules and do what I can, but I just feel like it was maybe needed a little bit sooner, maybe around September, beginning of October. Yeah, so.
If you want to make some video.
What do you think of the lockdown?
Okay, the lockdown is very nice. You know why? Because the UK government is giving you also some money if you stay at home for 14 days. You keep £500.
£500 for staying at home?
From today. You're still at home for 14 days, you have £500.
What? How? Are you sure?
Yeah, sure, 100% I am. For what?
Apparently you're a famous model, according to your manager here.
I am the manager of him.
Yeah, we got the next one here.
And the next one...
Another one here, wow, I'm surrounded by models. You too? You also? So yeah, what do you think of the lockdown? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's a bad decision?
It's a lovely lockdown. Stay at home, don't do nothing, stay in the bed, call the dealer and coming and have some comfort with my friend. It's really lovely lockdown. It's still been until 2045.
Oh, well, I love your positive attitude. You take care. Thank you.
Yes, lovely, lovely.
I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, but I feel like this is a pandemic and not a pandemic. For the whole world to have the same problem, it just seems a bit fishy to me. And obviously in terms of, although the first lockdown, everything was shut off to the world, I feel like this is a more managed version, as in things are still open, obviously with like restrictions in place. However, ultimately this is, like for example myself, I work in retail, so I work for EE. I mean, I don't know where this is going, but it's EE somewhere. So yeah, I'm working from home. I mean, working from home is okay, but only on the premise of it being 4 weeks. And I feel like if it's longer than 4 weeks, then that's when people are gonna start disobeying the rules again. Because if we extend it, I just feel like, I don't know, a lot of our livelihood's been taken away. So the thought of a Christmas, the prospect of a Christmas without, I mean, me myself, I don't celebrate Christmas, but obviously I have friends and family that celebrate Christmas as well. The prospect of not being able to see a loved one, that's a tough pill to swallow. And I mean, like, if you ever regretted I don't know, the opportunity for you to vote, I feel like now is the time that you probably regret it, because to be honest, I don't think Boris knows what he's doing.
I definitely think it was a good decision. Because I feel like it's a bit more preventative. So to slow down and see how people are going to be treated, rather than get in a really bad situation like in the previous one. So I am happy with that. Also, I feel like I like going for walks to parks, and I would prefer if a lot of people wear masks. as well.
In the park, you want people to wear masks?
Yeah. So I went to Battersea Park on Sunday, and there was like so full, but I feel like me and my boyfriend were the only ones wearing masks. So yeah, I think we should all play a part on that, you know. So, but yeah, I agree with the second lockdown. Hopefully it's gonna be just for a month.
I think it's alright. I think this time round I've enjoyed it a lot more. I think first time round financial insecurities and worry and stress, but this time I've enjoyed it, taking time to work with myself and you know, take time out your daily schedule to do things, good things like exercise and whatnot.
Nice. And what did you do? Because you said like first time you're kind of felt more insecure about your job and stuff, whereas what's changed this time around?
I think just a mentality about it. Got a little bit more, so know what's going on this time. Just take the time to enjoy it rather than stressing about it and worrying about it. Just taking time to improve, you know.
Nice. I love your positive attitude.
Well, looking around, no one really seems to give a shit. But I don't know. To be honest, just you don't know what to believe. Everything. There's so many different views online. You just don't know what to believe.
Do you wish people were taking it more seriously?
Well,
what is productivity?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone should have a problem with putting a mask on. It's the same as not smoking a cigarette on the tube, really. You just sort of be a bit considerate, but I think there is a big overreaction, though. But again, you know, you don't know what to believe, so.
I think that was necessary for sure. I don't think they should be lifting it so early. But yeah, I don't know. Not much change for me. I still go to work and everything, so I feel pretty blessed.
But yeah, so you're happy they locked down again and you think they should kind of extend it?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like with the cases and everything, they should definitely make it longer. And Christmas, now December, when they're going to open up, it's going to go mental again. And there's going to be a third lockdown, I'm sure of that.
Is that your prediction?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, what do I think of a second lockdown? I think it's extremely painful not to be able to see your friends and family. It's terrible for businesses that have to shut down, and you know, everyone that is going through some financial difficulties at the moment. But I still think that it was unfortunately necessary, because the NHS, I believe, was really struggling to cope with the number of new infections that we were having daily. So I think that all in all is what we needed. Sometimes medicine doesn't taste that good. We may not like it.
I think it's a bit pointless, really. It's because like everyone's still seeing friends, family and everything, but damaging the economy and stuff. And I think we were already like being careful before, and we're still being careful, but we're just like ruining the economy even more now. And people are still kind of hanging out anyway, so I just think it's a bit pointless.
I don't have a ton of context because I'm from the States and we're about to be on second lockdown there as well. So I will say it kind of sucks, but it's good because we need to make sure everyone's healthy.
So yeah, what do you think of the second lockdown?
I mean, I think it's, you know, ultimately good and necessary, but you know, it's like, well, I don't know, I think it's complicated. I think it's hard on the individual, and you know, it can make you feel really lonely, but sadly it's just the way we're living nowadays. It's like there's nothing else we can do about it for the time being.
And how have you been holding up?
Just with my support bubble, like, you know, seeing some friends, going for walks, doing tons of Zoom chats and video calls. I think video calls are like lifesavers. I mean, yeah.
becoming greedy and selfish. I had my phone stolen. I'm on probation for drinking too much alcohol. And my friend's laughing. And I'm finding it really difficult. People keep trying to rob me.
Well, I'm really sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, it's sad to hear that it's bringing out the worst in people.
Yeah, it is, because everyone's getting desperate. And some people have health conditions, asthma, things like that. And people are just becoming so desperate.
I think it's been a good decision. I think it's been needed, but I don't think people have stuck to it. I live in student halls and people are still partying, people are still going out, and obviously people are going to uni still. So it hasn't really felt like a lockdown.
Second lockdown is quite tough because my shop is quite new. All the designers from Asia, new designers, and the vintage basement, which is quite new, opened a month ago. So people doesn't really buy online because they still want to touch and see the garment in a person. So online so slow, so I can't wait to open business 2nd of December. Yeah, it's not easy.
So it's been hard as a small business.
Yeah, it's quite,
And kudos to you for opening up and starting in such a tough climate. That takes balls, so respect to you.
Yeah, it's really, yes. But I have had this year strategy, but I just have to change everything maybe, and then a new items come in, but Black Friday coming soon, but I don't join it, to be honest, because I already gave each item as a massive discount, so there's no point to do Black Friday, for my shop, and then the new items definitely no. So
and what I'd love to come and check it out eventually. What sort of stuff do you sell?
This ground floor is new Asian designers we actually got on the hype beast 3 weeks ago.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's quite exclusive. Each piece is only one piece, so once it's gone and forever gone. Yeah.
It's all one of one.
Yeah. Basement is actually vintage archive room. So Yoji, Comedy Galaxy, Undercover Neighborhood, only Japanese designers, and then almost dead stocks.
Wow.
So I usually don't buy any vintage. So when I decided to carry the vintage item, I always just focus on the brand new, almost brand new, a dead stock only. Yeah, so everything is just shipped directly from Japan. Yeah.
That's so cool. I can't wait to go check it out. I'm just gonna get a front of the shop.
Oh, thank
just
you.
to go. Oh, sorry. If you're ever in literally just Brick Lane's there, we're on Cheshire Street. Come and check out Zoo, XU, dead stock and vintage Japanese designers. What's your name? You're lovely.
Riri.
Riri. Lovely to meet you, Riri.
Nice to meet
Thank you for chatting.
Thank you.
Down.
Yeah, I mean it has to be done, right? So yeah, I think any measures that will help are good. I just think that a lot of people are not really following, which is a little bit sad. But other than that, yeah, it's good.
Really, I feel like this lockdown hasn't really changed or affected me in any way. I'm just trying to get on with my everyday life and just study and just on the grind, really.
Did everything change then?